Every year, millions of people visit Disney's Magic Kingdom theme park in Orlando, Florida. But since they introduced Genie Plus last October, only about a third of visitors are purchasing the Fast Pass replacement. Are they really saving time for the cost, or is Disney Genie Plus a waste? Let's find out. First, let's clarify some terminology. Disney Genie is a free planning service, whereas Disney Genie Plus is a paid service that allows you to book Lightning Lane return times for most attractions. This costs you $15 per person per day. Individual Lightning Lane rides cost even more money, between $7 and $15 per person per attraction. There are 2 of these attractions in each of the 4 Disney World parks. You can only book one Genie Plus Lightning Lane at a time, but you can add a second booking if you purchase an individual Lightning Lane. For about a week at the end of December 2021, I gathered data for the 10 most popular rides in Magic Kingdom. This data included their current standby wait times and how long it would be before you could use a Lightning Lane booking for that ride. I collected this data at 17 random times of day, and I compiled a spreadsheet with all of this information. As you can see, this spreadsheet is rather complex, but it contains a lot of helpful information that I used to formulate various day plans to allow us to determine whether or not Genie Plus is worth the money. Before I go any further, I want to note that, at the bottom of this spreadsheet, I calculated the average wait time and Lightning Lane wait time. I then compared the average wait time I found to the all-time average wait time according to Queue Times, a website specializing in wait times. The percent you see is the percent above average my wait times are. Below that, I averaged those percents to estimate the percent above average crowd level Magic Kingdom was at the time of my research. Getting into the main part of this video, let's look over the day plans I created using my data. I tried to make the most efficient plans, but they're not perfect. My goal is to create a day where I can ride the top 10 rides at Magic Kingdom with the most free time left over. My definition of free time is time during which I'm not actively waiting for or riding one of the 10 rides or eating a meal. The first plan I made was with no Genie Plus, just a regular day guest. The key to making this work is arriving at Magic Kingdom prior to 9 to ensure you are there in time for rope drop and so you can be one of the first people on Jungle Cruise, which is one of the most popular attractions in the park. After that, you can definitely finish all 10 rides if you are efficient with your time. Your day would conclude with a late-night ride on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train during or after the fireworks. With this plan you would have about 2 hours of free time. The second plan is for guests with Genie Plus and therefore most Lightning Lane capabilities. It's worth noting that every plan from here on includes 7 a.m. Lightning Lane bookings, which are only available to on-site hotel guests. It is crucial that you make a 7 a.m. booking because you can almost always get early return times. In this plan, you book an early Jungle Cruise Lightning Lane and go from there. You would be finished all 10 rides and dinner by around 6:30, leaving you about 2.5 hours of free time. The third plan is for guests with Genie Plus and individual Lightning Lanes for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Space Mountain. You make the all-important 7 a.m. booking for both Jungle Cruise and Seven Dwarfs and then you go through your day. In this plan, you could finish all 10 rides by around 4:20, giving you about 4 hours and 40 minutes of free time. The fourth plan is for guests with early entry and Genie Plus. Early entry is for select hotel guests and gives them an extra 30 minutes in the park from 8:30 to 9. During this time, most of the main attractions in Magic Kingdom are open. Once again, you book an early Jungle Cruise Lightning Lane at 7. However, you have to arrive at the park slightly earlier with this plan to take advantage of early entry. One of the best ways to utilize early entry is to ride Seven Dwarfs, the most popular ride in the park. From there, you continue with your day and finish all 10 rides around 4:20. This leaves you with around 3 hours and 45 minutes of free time. The fifth and final plan is for guests with early entry, Genie Plus, and one individual Lightning Lane. At 7, you book Jungle Cruise once again and you also book Seven Dwarfs. You get to the park early and hit the main rides in Tomorrowland before the crowds. From there, you work your way around the park and finish all 10 rides by around 2:20. This leaves you with around 6.5 hours of free time. Based solely on my data, the fifth plan clearly saves the most time. But, only about a third of visitors stay on site, and only about a third of visitors buy Genie Plus. This means only about 10% of visitors could take advantage of this plan. In addition, this plan is the second most expensive plan, costing an additional $30 per person per day. My suggestion is to buy Genie Plus and only Genie Plus. I know 30 minutes over non-Genie doesn't sound like much, but it can be stretched to an hour or possibly more with good planning and efficiency. In addition, wait times are dependent on crowds, so an off-season visit would not necessarily require Genie Plus as much as a July visit would. One last note is that in addition to early entry, deluxe resort guests can stay in Magic Kingdom from 9-11 p.m. a couple nights each week, providing great time to take advantage of low wait times. Hopefully this video helped those of you planning trips to Magic Kingdom. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll try to respond to all of them. If you enjoyed the video or it helped you in any way, please subscribe and like the video, I really appreciate it.